Top of the standings, a good measuring stick, if you will. It's always tough to tell when you've got half the roster not playing for Average Joe's. I'm calling cheating on Schmitty first and foremost. The old stat pattern. Here we go. Ben and Robbie at the draw. Robbie's going to win this one forward and poked away by Kale, but Robbie ends up with a bouncing puck. Jeff shoots it into the corner. And we'll get a little first battle there. Two heavy metal guys are in on the forecheck. It's Robbie and Jake. Good to see Jake back from that knee surgery, Danny. It seems like he's moving around pretty well. 2 games, 2 goals under his belt. He's got the O-lineman knee pads on. He's out there with the puck here on the near boards. And Jake looks up for a pass. That's blocked away. And Ben Lemke turns around. He tries to walk around Schmitty, but Grant Evans steps up and pokes that one to the boards. Now we got Robbie Steveson on the other way for heavy metal. Here they come on a 4-on-3. Schmitty now with the puck on the slot. He fires one. Rebound kicked aside by Jeff into the corner, and Pack is the first one there for heavy metal. He's on the near boards. He's looking for someone to pass to. He finds Grant Evans at the slot. Grant steps into one. That goes wide. It was a headhunter as Robbie Steveson had to get out of the way of that one. Kale now takes it for the Average Joe's here. We're a minute in and back and forth action to start this game. Ben Lemke into the far corner. He pulls up looking for a pass. Everyone seems to be covered, looking to find somebody open. Rebound was kicked away by a defender. I think Steveson got his stick on that one before Will could poke in the rebound. Blake now back for Average Joe's. He'll take it around his own net and slow things down for a bit. Looks for a pass up the boards, and he finds Will, but it's poked away. Schmitty with a long bomb blocked by Kale. And here's Ben Lemke now with it. Back on defense, the forward takes it around his own net. And it's John back there, goes back to Lemke. Now Ben Lemke tries to find it, loses it to Steveson. His centering attempt can't find a participant there, and Blake's back there for his own team. I'm rusty. We'll have a couple beers and we'll get going here. Will now tries to find Kale in the transition here for Average Joe's. They can't get things going. It's a 3-on-4, and as usual, heavy metal, heavy on the back check. That's their signature right there, isn't it, Danny? There's a shot there by Steveson. Doesn't go out of play. But that's what makes playing heavy metal so tough. You finally get the ball in your own end. All 3 forwards get going in the neutral zone. You look up, you've got a 3-on-4. And just limited opportunities what to even do with it. As Grant takes us here for heavy metal. He goes cross ice, that's taken. And it's a 3-on-2 if they hurry up for Average Joe's. Here goes Kale, he'll take it wide. Shot on goal. Oh, and a nice save there by Tim as he doesn't let a rebound up. Swallows that one up in his chest, and we'll get a face off to the right side. I know it's Sunday night, but I don't think Dudkowski showered all weekend.
Definitely played 18.
Here we go. Ball comes back to the point here. Oh, and a little toe drag there. Ends up on Kale. They can't get that one on net, and it's Lemke in the corner looking for an outlet here. Crashing is the defenseman, 16. Thank you. Josh, thank you. And Ben's now back to slow things down for Average Joe's. We're 3 minutes in here, still no score. Ben on the boards here to Kale. Kale now he'll battle with Grant. Over to Lemke. Lemke slows it down again as Average Joe's with good puck possession time here. They're trying to find open lanes, but heavy metal and their positioning is solid. I think Schmitty might have a wedgie. Once he picks that, he'll probably be a little bit more effective. Nice play here by Kale. Goes back to Dudkowski. Dudkowski, he lets one fly. Rebound! Oh, it got deflected just wide. Goes back to the high slot. Josh loses that one to Schmitty. And back the other way comes heavy metal. Schmitty now looks for someone to pass to. His centering attempt can't find a target. And it's Grant now, the defenseman, pinching in. His centering attempt actually goes back to Schmitty. Schmitty overhandles it. It rolls on him. He's on the far boards there up as he and Josh do battle. Schmitty now with a puck on his forehand. He'll go behind the net looking for somebody. Tries a wraparound chance, but that's picked up by Jeff. Nice job there. Never stood a chance. He was on his post early. Wasn't aware we had that kind of budget. 1 sub for heavy metal, 3 for Average Joe's could play into a factor here, as this appears to be, on paper, should be a very tight game, Danny. So we'll see if there's a little bit of fatigue factor at some point here. As Dudkowski tries a rink-long pass, but Robbie intercepts it. Schmitty now is going to poke it away, and nice job there by the Average Joe defenseman to step up there. He pokes it away, and we'll get another whistle. That's number 69. Colby. Blake versus Sam Polite here in the neutral zone face-off. One there by Blake. He'll push it back. Kale gives it to Dukowski. Dukowski on the near boards. Gives him go to Kale. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry up. Kale cuts to the middle. Wrist shot on goal. Hits a body in front. Loose puck. Robbie Packs on it. Now Kale, backhander on net. Oh, and Tim's right there for a save, and he covers up any chance for a rebound. Thanks, pal.
It's going to be the difference between a team that's played together for a while. Kind of the old dogs. He's got these young guys. Got a little speed to him.
Little youth movement. It could play a factor. You're absolutely right, Danny. Schmitty now behind his own net. He's a puck hog. He won't give it to Robbie. He wants it himself on his forehand. He actually tries to shoot it from behind his own net. He's trying to do that. That's a DraftKings daily fantasy shot on goal guy trying to get those stats picked up there. That's a shot on goal for Schmitty. Congrats, Alex, number 10. Robbie Pack now behind his own net, and will we get another shot? Come on, shoot it. You want to. Oh, he gives it to Jake. Jake back in action. He finds Polite in transition, and that's John. John and Jake. It's John, Jake, Josh, Jingleheimer, Schmidt. Here we go, Dukowski. He's going to let one go from distance. Oh, that thing was moving. Blake down low. His shot stopped by Tim and nicely cleared away by Robbie. Colby, dang it, sorry guys, I'll get better. Kale with the puck on the slot, his shot, blocked by Schmitty, back over to John. John from the office, now Kale backhander into the corner. I don't think that was tipped, I think it just rolled off his stick a little bit. And Heavy Metal ices it, but Dukowski's back to plate here for Average Joe's. Still no score in this one, about halfway through the first period. Dukowski behind his own net, lets one go from distance. He's got John in front. Oh, and a nice play by the goalie, Timmy Boy, as he had a rebound there and he knocked it out of midair. Maybe a baseball player in a past life, because that was a juicy rebound waiting for John, who was crashing the net. Another one from distance. And the net front presence from Average Joe's is very evident early on here, Danny. Blake to Colby. Colby tries to send one to Kale. That one goes wide, and Robbie Packs back now for Heavy Metal. And he tries to clear it up to Robbie Steveson. It's a 2-on-1 if they get going. Jake tries to play it to Steveson. A little miscommunication. He ends up getting it deep, and Dukowski's back for Average Joe's. And a battle of undefeateds here. AP poll has them ranked 1 and 2, I believe. Kale now over to Blake. Blake settles it down in the high slot. He's on his backhand, can't get it deep, and now it's Sam Polite. He does a backhand chop up to Steveson. Steveson's got Grant streaking. He's all alone. Shut up! Oh, he rang the doorbell and nobody answers off the post. Cleared away now. Steveson to Robbie. Robbie, oh, his stick is lifted by Kale on a nice back check there. Oh, and a real good scoring chance there, Danny, for Heavy Metal.
Smart play by Kale in the back, just dump it, get rid of the front that they were dealing with.
Loose puck, Robbie Pack is on it. If Ovechkin has an office, so does Robbie. Right in front of the net, he's parked a loose puck, and he picks up the trash, and an early 1-0 lead here for Heavy Metal. Great job funneling pucks to the front of the net there, Danny. It's loose. You need a little puck luck, and it seems when you outwork another team that the hockey guys reward you. Robbie's right there, and he puts that one in the back of the net. Grant playing a little forward. I haven't seen him play forward since Obama was in office. But he'll lose that draw. Danny does that math in his head. Puck goes deep. I think that's Will on the forecheck there for Average Joe's. His center attempt. Loose puck. It's sitting there. Nice play by Schmitty to play it safely into the corner. Recovered by Ben Lemke. He does a wide circle. He circles the wagons. Gets on his forehand. Fires one wide. And back off from behind the net. It was a bouncer, but a nice job by Tim to cover that one up with his glove. You just get some wild bounces off the fan and off that high wall up there. You never know what's going to happen. Never a bad time to let one rip. As Average Joe's won this draw, but they can't get a shot on goal. This goes the length of the floor, if you will, and Dukowski back once again to set things up for Average Joe's. You see Heavy Metal, 4 guys back. Kind of a neutral zone trap almost here. They don't give you much coming through. But here's Blake now in the corner. He's going to go back to Dukowski. Dukowski tries to play it. Here he goes up against Robbie. Robbie bumps him, and that puck goes deep. And a nice job there by the Average Joe defenseman. Thank you, Josh. Nice play there. Steveson now back the other way comes Heavy Metal. Robbie to Robbie, and he scores! A tough one off the ground. That's the old Danny Chestnut goal. Had eyes, about a foot, well, let's call it an inch off the ground. And it's tough when you got the goalie moving to his blocker side. He knows the one-timer's coming. He can't set himself up. And on this floor, it's such a hard shot to defend for a goalie, isn't it? Great job by Robbie not to settle this thing. Here Stevenson walks in with a wrist shot from the high slot. That goes just a little high and misses the mark here. And here's Ben Lemke with a 3-on-3 for Average Joe's. He tries to walk around Sam Polite. Sam can't find it, so Ben just trots back and picks up the fumble. Ben now goes for a trot. He circles the wagons, gets it in deep here to John. John's back in deep for Average Joe's, behind the net on his backhand, trying to find an outlet. His centering attempt blocked by Schmitty. Schmitty now gets it poked away to Detkowski. Detkowski takes it, loses it to Schmitty. 2-on-1, Heavy Metal. Schmitty, shot on goal. Oh, and it's about a country mile wide, but they score anyway. The shot goes wide. The hockey gods favor the Heavy Metal. It bounces to the front. And Robbie Stevenson's there to pick up the trash. Correct me if you've heard that before when talking about a Heavy Metal game, Danny. We had a good camera angle on that one. And Schmitty's breaking down on a 2-on-1. Shot goes wide, but he actually had so much on it. It kicked back out the other side. Stevenson with a little backdoor Bartechko action. And Heavy Metal now leads this one 3-0. Average Joe's needs to get, they've had their chances. They need to get maybe a bounce, a little bit of lucky. Here we go in transition. Here comes Colby. He's gotten around a couple defenders, but Grant steps up and takes it from him. And back the other way comes Heavy Metal. Grant from the slot, and his wrist shot turned away by Jeff in the corner. Sam Polite to Grant. Grant tries to settle it down. Colby challenges him. Poked away now. Here's Detkowski for Average Joe's. Under 4 to go left in the first period. Detkowski plays it deep here to John. John's back the lone forward down there for Average Joe's. Ben now, his shot is blocked by Stevenson. Over to Kale in the far corner. Kale now in the corner. He's trying to find an outlet pass, but nobody's open. Trying to get some help. He's got possession of the puck, but Heavy Metal has got all the passing lanes taken away. Rebound in front, and a nice defensive play by Schmitty. Looks a little constipated while he's running. Loses that one. Gives it to Sam Polite. Sam Polite now. Back to Schmitty. Schmitty tries to settle it. He can't. And back the other way come Average Joe's now. It's a 3-on-3. Detkowski pulls up. Looks for a pass to John, but his pocket gets picked by Sam Polite. Loose puck goes to Kale. Kale one-times it to Detkowski. Detkowski lets one go, but Grant got his stick on that one, and Tim turns it aside. Schmitty now by himself in the offensive zone, puts one on net. That one goes wide. Stop me if you've heard that one before. And now Colby back here for Average Joe's. Gives it to Detkowski. Detkowski by himself, looks for help, pulls up, finds Ben Lemke on a 1-on-1, tries to take Robbie wide, but Robbie says, I play every Saturday at Brentwood. I was ready for that one. They tried to do that one on me for years. Detkowski, he does a nice little toe drag. Cuts to the middle. Robbie's poke check misses. Loose puck. Ben can't find it. Now it's Grant into the corner on his backhand. He plays it back up to Schmitty. Schmitty off Schmitty's stick to Colby. Schmitty pokes it away. Schmitty now crashing the net. 3-on-0. Oh! And a nice play there. I think a defender got a stick on that one. Great play there by Josh coming back on that one because Schmitty was crashing to the net hard. Grant now back for Heavy Metal. He finds Sam Polite in the neutral zone. Sam pulls up, looks for somebody to pass to. Doesn't have anybody, so he tries to take it himself to the near boards. He's challenged here by Colby. And the puck ends up on Ben Lemke's stick. He goes to the slot, doesn't fire one. Tries to take Robbie wide, but Robbie's ready for that one too. Two offensive chances in a row. Robbie shuts down pretty nicely there. Back at the point here, here's Colby. Kicked away there by Sam Polite. And here we go, Robbie Stevenson now on his own, streaking down the left side. Pulls up, finds Jake the Snake. He's got it on his stick, turns around, shot blocked. And it's a 3-on-3 the other way for Average Joe's. Josh now with the puck on the far boards. He fires one towards the net, misses, and Blake's in there, the first one for Average Joe's. Blake, centering shot. Oh, and a nice shot blocked there by Sam Polite, Danny. Opportunistic, I would say. Very opportunistic. You make a mistake, they're going to make you pay for it. Very sound positionally. Stevenson from the ladies' tees. He rings one off the crossbar, I think. Par 3, 123 yards. Robbie pulls out his driver and slams the crossbar on that one. Intercepted by Grant. Grant now on his backhand finds Robbie. Robbie now on the near boards here, pulls up looking for somebody to pass to. That's the old Robert Thomas move. Gives it to Sam Polite. Sam Polite now back to his defenseman, Jake. Jake comes across here to Robbie Peck. Oh, deflected on goal. Oh, I think that might hit the post too, Danny. Robbie now, he's got all time at the slot. Lets one go, and a nice save there by Jeff. Covers that one and no rebound. 30 seconds left to go here in the first period. 3-0 Heavy Metal. 20 seconds left to go here in our first period. Face off to the right side of Jeff. Teams look to get some fresh legs here for one last emptying of the tank. And by the fresh legs, I guess that's the one sub Heavy Metal has. Grant now on his backhand. He'll give it to Robbie on the board at 10 seconds to go. Schmitty now from the point. He steps into one. That's blocked there by Kale. Kale tries to one-touch pass it. Bounces around a little bit. Robbie, and I don't know if I think it might have been going wide, but Dubs did a nice job getting his stick on it. And that'll stop our first period. Don't have an official shot count. I think it was pretty even. Time on our on this one, it's all compliments, Schmitty, don't worry.
Opportunities must have been similar to the actual shot count.
I agree. Scoring chances had to have been pretty.
I feel like Heavy Metal's defense was cutting off a lot of the shots.
They're taking it. They're blocking shots. They're taking away passing lanes. Average Joe's, I think, has had possession of the ball for more. So they're trying to take it wide. They're trying to find that guy open. But Heavy Metal's just back on defense every time. And then you catch yourself pinching in. One bad pass is all it takes. And Heavy Metal's transition game has been for years and still remains to be the best transition team in this league.
Once again, you got to go back to your picture and see how much money they're actually spending on these guys, because it looks like Ben Lemke runs a lot more for Average Joe's.
100%. He embodies the team he's on, I think.
Oh, we don't pass.
Yeah, we don't pass. How we looking? Perfect. I trust you. Oh, we're loving it. This is fun. This is fun.
I'm scared I'm going to fall through the back of this rail.
If you look at both at the top,
Our intermission correspondent Bagel has not gotten us those official shots on goal, I noticed.
I'll say it again. He also hasn't gotten me another beer.
Unbelievable. What's he doing? If he keeps this up, I might become a muffin guy. Solid period, though. Both goalies made some good saves. Some puck luck for sure for Heavy Metal in front of the net, but they capitalized on their opportunities. It's a 3-0 game. This is the important period, I think. This is probably the most important period for Heavy Metal with one sub. I think Average Joe's is the average. I don't have the average age. We don't have that stat on the sheets, but they're definitely younger. Can they run? Can they wear down Heavy Metal a little bit and create a little puck luck of their own?
I mentioned before, we already saw that. Josh, we already saw that Heavy Metal was taking advantage of the mid-shot rebound opportunities. Now they got the larger ball to be able to see if they have time to come forward.
You get some friendly face-off activity there. Again, you got Schmitty, Jake, and Steveson that normally play for Average Joe's. So a little bit Average Joe's firepower obviously isn't in the lineup. They do have more subs in Heavy Metal, so it's an advantage. But obviously, maybe not the chemistry so much missing, but obviously when guys take on certain roles and then they're not there, it's tough to make up for that. Second period underway here. Will now drops this one back to Dedkowski. He tries to take one wide. He gets around Steveson in the corner, runs out of real estate there, looks for somebody to pass to. Tough to do with his back to the play. Looking for somebody to help. Nobody's calling for it. He goes behind the net to Kale. Kale now tries to corral that thing off the boards, gives it back to actually Dedkowski's the first one back there. He lets one go, and he scores! And we've got a game here as Dedkowski lets one go from the point. A wild passing sequence. Dedkowski into the corner. He goes around the defenseman, gives it to Kale from behind the net. Kale picks it off the boards. Find Dedkowski. Dedkowski's actually back at the point, back in his spot. Lets a slap shot go, and I think it beat Tim glove side.
He hit it with a slider, and it hit a 75 John. Hit him right in the chest and bounced in.
Oh, it did go off, John? Oh, I apologize.
He's going to have a big old welt right in it.
Those are the ones you're willing to pay for. Excellent goal there by Average Joe's. Going in the dirty areas. What do we say? Create a little bit of your own puck luck. So that's what they kind of needed there. This is a 3-1 game now. Kale tries to play this one off the boards here to John. John one touches it back. Ooh, just missed Colby streaking down the seam there as Will tries to poke it away, but Schmitty ends up with it for Heavy Metal. He's got no outlet. Nobody there helping him out. And this is what I'm talking about. Will Heavy Metal get a little gassed here in these situations? If Average Joe's can pressure the defense, can they cough up some turnovers? That's an easy one for Grant here to Robbie. Robbie's got nobody challenging him. He walks another 10 feet. His shot towards the net. Rebound. Sitting there. Jake gives it to Polite. Oh, and he misses his target, and the puck goes over to Kale. Kale now Up the across boards, tries to find John. John can't settle it, and it's going to be Grant back for heavy metal. Grant's going to walk this one back in his own zone, tries to find somebody to pass to. He's got Jake on the far boards. Jake over to Sam Polite. Sam Polite in the high slot. He walks in, nobody challenging him. Shot on goal, oh, and he beats him. He goes blocker side, and Jeff got a piece of that, but not all of it.
Looks like it might have snuck underneath his arm. I'm not sure if it's his leg. Couldn't tell from our angle if someone ran in front, but definitely one that Jeff wants back.
Nice one-touch pass there by Jake on the far boards. He's got Sam Polite in the high slot. It's a 2-on-2, but both defenders for Average Joe's caught a little deep maybe. And Sam's able to kind of just walk in, and then you're kind of caught in no man's land. You block it, you get out of the way, and it's a tough situation. Ball kind of had eyes. A great shot there by Sam, and the 3-goal lead goes right back to heavy metal.
Sources are indicating heavy metal is going to get ready in the locker room right now. They're going to have an extra sub the rest of this game.
Oh.
Thank you, Bagel, for the exclusive drop.
Way to be, Bags. Will and Schmitty in the corner do battle on a loose puck. Schmitty ends up with it. Looking for an outlet. Will pressures him cleanly, but trying to get Schmitty to cough this one up for a turnover. Schmitty looks up. He gives it to Steveson. A nice play there by him to glove that one down. Tries to one-touch it. Great poke check there by Colby. Ends up on Will's stick. Will tries to cut to the slot. He finds Kale on the cross-ice pass. Kale now slow things down. Goes back to his defenseman. Josh, long shot. Oh, did not find its mark. Into the corner, though, and Will's back there for Average Joe's. Will now centering attempt, and there's Robbie Pack again. Intercepting a play. 3-on-2 the other way. Stop me if you've heard it before. A nice job there by Average. Don't stop me. Don't stop. Here goes Josh. Now he walks two guys, gets the puck into the far corner here. Schmitty's the first one back there for heavy metal. He goes behind his own net. He goes for a little bit of a trot, looking for an outlet pass. Goes cross here to Schmidt. Oh, and he can't quite glove it down. A nice job here by Colby on his forehand. Uses the boards, tries to walk around Polite. He can't. Polite one touches it to Robbie. Robbie pulls up here looking for an outlet pass. He's got Grant streaking. He's able to find Grant on a cross-ice pass. Grant pulls up, does something similar, but he lets one go, and that one misses its mark, and it's Kale back here for Average Joe's. Here we go. Kale goes cross over to Colby, just under 11 to go in the second period. Colby lets one go from distance. That misses its mark, and Schmitty's back here for heavy metal. Schmitty now does the same thing, and that goes wide, and we'll just kind of do this for a while until somebody figures out some sort of offensive game plan, I guess. Ben Lemke back here for Average Joe's. He tries to stick handle around Grant. He'll take it wide. Walks Robbie Steveson. Tries a one-touch. Here goes Kale streaking on the left side. Shot on goal. Oh, and Tim had his post covered very well. There was nowhere for him to shoot on that one. That ball goes around. Oh, and we're going to get not too many men. It was close. They were changing. Robbie and Robbie on a 2-on-3. Steveson scores! He pulls up, cuts to the middle on his forehand, and he flicks a wrist shot over the glove side of Jeff. And just like that, heavy metal has a 5-1 lead. Dynamite drop in, Danny. Appreciate the break. Here we go.
I think you said it all. I don't really have much else there.
Just a great job. It's a 2-on-3 when you go back and watch that one again. It's a 2-on-3. Robbie Pack crashes the net hard, and he creates a seam where Steveson's able to pull on the brakes. Here's a one-timer from Robbie, but you'll see that when you watch it again. He creates a seam. Steveson cuts just slightly, kind of by the face-off dot, and he just flicks a wrist shot right over, and we got a 4-goal lead now for heavy metal. Dudkowski pulls up, and he finds John streaking. John lets one go. Nice blocker save there by Tim. Just kind of redirects that one into the corner. Really good rebound control there by Tim. Jake tries to give this one to Polite. He's trying to get around Dudkowski. He pushes it past him. Oh, we got a brand new heavy metal. He's got fresh legs. It's Sam Casey. Fresh off his Connor Bedard fan page posting, and now he loses it.
Fresh legs play a role there.
Ben Lemke sends this one around to Dudkowski, and Sam Casey's in there on that forecheck. Gives a little light pressure on Dudkowski. Dudkowski with a cross-ice pass. Oh, and it's kind of a redirected there. I don't know if it went off Schmitty or John, but either way, it'll be an offensive zone draw to the left side here for Average Joe's.
A couple of sequences there. It seems on the goal by heavy metal looked like it was almost confused by the line change there. Maybe made him let up a little bit. But then here you got a new situation with Sam Casey showing up. Clearly,
huge get.
Like he got the warm up right away as he wasn't able to handle on the break, but he had a good opportunity.
Huge get for heavy metal. Sam Casey walking in here. Still over half this game left to go. Makes the benches seem a little more similar. 3 subs for Average Joe's, 2 now for heavy metal, and I think we'll get it maybe. One of the advantages, certainly an advantage the heavy metal had, isn't quite as much there anymore. Ben Lemke now doing battle with the aforementioned Sam Casey. Yes, we use aforementioned correctly. Dudkowski from an odd angle runs into Matt the ref. pulls up now and finds Colby. Robbie Peck pressures him a little bit. He can't give Ben a good pass, and that's going to go behind the net. Schmitty's the first one back for Heavy Metal. Schmitty pulls up now. He goes for a home run pass, misses the mark, and Colby's back for Average Joe's. He's going to go for a trot here and trying to press it here. Average Joe's down by 4, trying to get some offense going. Sam Casey intercepts that one. He's on a breakaway. He's all alone. He's on his forehand. Oh, and Jeff at the top of his crease pokes that one wide.
Casey got himself a little deep there.
Ben Lemke back the other way. Average Joe's. Oh, he tried to sneak one low, but a nice job by Tim on that post again, Danny. I don't think that's there. 2 times in a row, Average Joe's tried to go short side on Tim on that post and couldn't find a mark.
Tim is definitely covering the lower half of the net perfectly. Average Joe's going to have to get a good shot up in the air, get a little blocker side, maybe try to